What's going on, everybody? And we are live. I'm JohnnyKpicks, and alongside me, we have Blood Money MMA Bets, Cody, and we are going to go over all of our picks, predictions, bets, anything else that comes up in the chat of UFC Vegas 56, maybe some feet, who knows? What's going on,
Most
man?
likely. What's up, Johnny? How you doing tonight, man?
Pretty good. I had a little late start. I had to get here. Sorry about the traffic and everything. That's why we start a little later, but we're here. We're gonna break this down. What's up, Saba? How's it going, man? Saba's one of the early squad. Please hit that like button right now if you're early squad people. Appreciate it. And if you haven't subscribed to Blood Money yet, always do that. And we will get it going here. We're gonna start out, since last week we kind of did like a free-for-all. We went over the fights last week from the previous week, so we're just gonna jump right into the fights so we can get it going a little quicker. Since there's 14 now, I think there was 12, and then they added 2 like last second.
Okay. Yeah, I didn't even see that, man. I slept and kind of woke up a little bit before this.
Yeah, they added the Damon Jackson fight. They added that back. And then they added what's the other one? Shoot. Oh, the Herrig and
okay. Yeah. I know
those
about
2
that
fights.
one.
They added those late, and I was like, dang.
Yeah.
I was about ready to do my picks video, and then like I waited one more day, and I saw those. I'm like, well, good thing I waited. Shit.
Right. Yep.
But we'll do, like I said, we're just gonna jump right into it. We'll get it going. What's going on, everybody? Papa Chuck, how's it going? What's up, Chris? And what's up, James? How's it going? Thanks for coming out. And the Burns, what's up, man? Thanks for coming out.
What's up, everybody?
Herrig, Karolina banger. Yeah, it's gonna be a great one. Trust me. I'm super pumped for that one.
Yeah, that's crazy. Like out of nowhere. It ain't even like a replacement fight or nothing.
And it's such a weird fight, and it's on the main card, I think. And that's the funny part about it.
Right. Yes. Yeah.
So here we go. All right, first fight, we're going to do Aaron Blanchfield versus Jj Aldridge, which shouldn't be the opener.
Right.
I'll let you start that bad boy off.
Yeah, man. I'm really high on Aaron Blanchfield. Like, I know her line's out of control. It's dropping a little now. But, yeah, dude, what she did to Miranda Maverick, because I actually bet Miranda Maverick that fight because I thought Miranda Maverick was a physical savage, you know, pretty good striking. After what she did with Macy Barber, looked good. You know, she beat Macy Barber basically. But, man, Aaron Blanchfield, her striking looked good. Like when they were standing up in the first round, when there was a little striking exchanges, she was actually getting a little better of Miranda. And then as soon as Miranda tried to shoot in, I believe it was right away, like she reversed her and then just started taking her down. Like she mauled her like a 30-25, which is crazy.
Yeah.
JJ Aldridge, she's good. She's just like average everywhere though. There's not one place that JJ Aldridge stands out. She's got good boxing, decent takedown defense, and I guess like decent ground and pound. We haven't really seen her on the ground that much, but yeah, I just think that Blanchfield's going to smother her, man. I think that she's going to be all over, chain wrestling, consistently taking her down, because JJ Aldridge ain't that good of an athlete either. You know, like she's always just been kind of an average, decent fighter. Like she's been fighting lower class girls for a long time, but yeah, I believe that Aaron Blanchfield is going to be able to do what Jillian Robertson wasn't able to do, shoot a lot more takedowns, get her down. She has great cardio to go 3 hard rounds. And I just think she starts wearing on JJ and gets a solid decision. Might even be like a 30-26, because I think that Miranda Maverick would be JJ Aldridge, honestly.
Yeah.
So, and for her to 30-25 her, I gotta go with Blanchfield.
Yeah, I'm the same here. Like I got Blanchfield. I think it's going to be a pretty easy decision. Like at worst, it's going to be 30-27 decision.
Right.
I will say though, if it does stay on the feet, JJ has a slight chance of winning because that's her best trait, I think, is her striking, and she does have really good takedown defense. And you saw that with Jillian, but Jillian's not that great trying to take people down. But Blanchfield's a way better wrestler than Jillian, so it's going to be night and day. So I do think eventually Blanchfield, it might take a little bit, but she will get some takedowns, kind of like the Maverick fight. I think it's going to kind of play out like that. Maybe not, maybe a little bit, maybe not to that degree, let's say, but kind of like that. Like, so I just don't see how JJ wins unless it's some kind of like fluky, like she just like club and sub or something like that. You know what I mean? Like she'll catch her and she might be like stunned a bit and then just maybe ground and pound and then maybe like an early stoppage, something fluky like that. But I don't think it's going to happen. Blanchfield, run through JJ. That's what I got her by decision. I think I got the over 2.5 in one of my parlays. I didn't bet Blanchfield straight up. I just think the line's too much. But I do think she's gonna win though.
Right. Yeah, man. I really think Blanchfield's a phenom. Like, I think she's going to be tough to watch, like good to watch for her whole career. Her only loss is to Tracy Cortez in a split decision. And Tracy Cortez is another beast. Yeah. These girls are so young. Like her and Cortez, they're like 22 and 25. That by the time Shevchenko and them girls, you know, start retiring, the Amanda Nunes, all them, these are the girls that are going to take over and just be beating ass. But I think it's fun. It's fun to watch these people grow if I think she's that good, I cannot see her losing to Jj Aldridge.
Yeah, her wrestling is really good, and if you have really good wrestling in like the lower weight classes of the women's, like you're gonna win a lot of times than not.
Right.
But what's up, GG? He said he can't find a single parlay that he's confident in this week. You know what? It is kind of a tough week for parlays. I was looking, and I usually do parlays, so
right.
I had to like mix and match. Yeah.
I got a couple. I like the Blanchfield Trisano one that I got. I feel like that's safe pretty much. I mean, nothing's safe, but I got another one. I haven't put it out yet that I really, really like. And I got really good odds on it. But I mean, I'll talk about it when we get to them. But
so I think this is a super early one. Isn't it at noon Central or at 1 o'clock Eastern?
Yeah, it starts at 1 Eastern, which sucks because I gotta work, and I'll probably work till like 8 or 9 in the morning. But it'll still be cool. Wake up right to the UFC, man.
Yep. Yeah, the Burn said Blanchfield's probably going to look like every bit of -500. She probably will.
Yeah.
I just can't. It's so hard taking 500 fighters unless I know like 110%, like they're going to win.
I just honestly, I just can't see how JJ Aldridge wins because like Blanchfield has good striking too. It's not like she's grappling or nothing. So like in my mind, I just cannot see JJ Aldridge, you know, like just boxing her up for 3 rounds like that. It just, I mean, I guess it could happen. JJ Aldridge ain't no finisher either. Like, you know, she's gone to decision a lot besides when she got finished by Macy Barber.
Yeah, that's very true. Like even Blanchfield doesn't have a lot of finishes. She just grinds on you and just dominates you like 30-26 or 30-25.
Yep.
Yeah, so if you haven't subscribed to Cody Blood Money MMA Bets, go ahead and do that. He's the next one to get you 1K. So here we go.
Yeah, hey, good job on that. Congratulations, Johnny. 1K. I'm with the real superstar now, man. I'm about to get your autograph next time I see you. Man,
it is a grind.
Yeah, that's a good job though, man. You've been killing it so much. It's worth it. Hard work, you put it in, you deserve it, man.
Yeah, James said Blanchfield over 2.5 should be safe. I think that's like this. That's the play I think for this one. If you don't want to pay the 500, you can get like -275, 280 somewhere around there. I think now maybe it's up to 300. I'm not sure.
Right,
but still, I think that's the leg to use in a parlay if you need one.
Yeah, I wanted to keep throwing that over 2.5 in the Blanchfield. I feel like it's safe, but then I could also see Blanchfield. Like I don't know if Aldridge is good on the ground as Maverick to be able to survive and do all the stuff. Like Blanchfield's a savage, dude. But I think it's going over. But I couldn't bring myself betting it in a parlay.
That's what I was thinking. I was like, if there is going to be a finish, it would be like a 3rd round, maybe late finish by JJ. So I'm taking a little bit of a risk.
Blanchfield.
Oh, Blanchfield. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Sorry.
I'm like, wait, what? Dang, we got a nice chat. James and his wife Amy are here watching.
Yep,
awesome.
Let's go, man. So he has Molina with Trisano, maybe a good. Yep, I like both those for sure. Yeah. Trisano's just got to stay real safe in that 1st round, but he's technical and tough. Chris says Stoltz gets beat and subbed. We'll get to that one.
Right. Yeah, we spent a lot of time on the +/500, girl.
Right. Guys, I think he likes the over 1.5.
Definitely. Yeah, I really like that. I like the over 1.5.
And Volkov goes 2 full rounds. I could see that.
Yeah.
-109. Definitely. That's good.
Yeah, that's a real good line. Yeah, Connor got the cards off.
Yep. Yeah, you have to do the women's parlay, women's MMA parlay every week. You have to.
I got the crazy one this week, man. I did a lot of studying on it, and I put in a crazy bet. And I don't know. I feel like it's like I feel like the line's off, but We'll see.
Okay. All right. If you want to share it, you can totally share
Oh no,
it.
we'll get to it.
Let's move on up here. Let's do Andres Miclight versus Renat Fakhretdinov. I said that wrong probably. So we're just gonna go with Renat.
Renat Fakhretdinov.
I like Renat here. I don't think Miclight is that great. He's solid in some areas, but nothing special. Watching a couple of Renat's fights, he's pretty well-rounded. He has good wrestling. He has good striking. He has good power. He does a little bit of everything, which is why I think this is going to be a bad matchup for Miclight. The only thing I can see that Miclight can only win for me is like a first round knockout or something like that. Like maybe something crazy, like a flying knee, he'll catch him or something. But I just think this is gonna, like, I saw the over in this one's 1.5, which I was really intrigued doing the over. Cause Miclight is pretty tough. I don't think he's gonna get knocked out in the first round or anything. But I think this is gonna be like Renat's gonna do, if he wants to stay on the feet, I think he's gonna be more than capable of handling. If he wants to go wrestle, I think he's gonna do really good wrestling. But I can see this going to decision. That's how I have Renat by decision here. So I do have a Renat in a parlay leg as well. So I like him to get the win. Like I said, I'm just not that impressed, even though he's Greek and I'm Greek and he's just not that good, I'll be honest.
Right. Yeah, man. This is Andre Miclight come down to 170, so we'll see what he looks like there. He started at 205 in the UFC. Mm-hmm. But yeah, man, after watching a lot of film on Renat, I'm not all that impressed. He's 20-2, but in his last 14 fights, 3 of the people he's fought in his last 14 fights had 0-0 records. 2 of them were 1-1. One had a 1-2 record. One was 2-1. One was 3-3, and one was 0-1-1. He's been that's 9 out of 14 were losing record guys, terrible guys.
Yeah.
When you watch him, he's got a decent jab and a good power overhand that you've seen him hit Eric Spicely with. He's got good wrestling, but to me, when he did fight any tougher guys and used his wrestling, he kind of had to lay and pray. He wasn't advancing too much. I like him. I think he's going to win this fight. I think he's going to be able to land takedowns. But like you're saying, I think the over 1.5 might look real good on this one, because if he does grapple with Miclight, because Miclight' striking ain't too bad. I believe Miclight is a black belt, a brown belt, or a black belt in jiu-jitsu too. So he shouldn't get subbed. He could get ground and pounded, I guess. But if Renat does take him down and just lay on him, like I've seen him do to some other people, they could burn a lot of time off the clock. And this fight could end up going, into the second, third round, or third round or something, or even decision. So dude's got really good wrestling. He's got good ground and pound, decent jab, overhand right. But like I said, I didn't bet him in nothing, because I do think he gets the win, but I got to see what he does after watching him fight these other terrible fighters, and then he got a knockout over it looked like an out of shape Eric Spicely. I don't think he's ever been in shape, but yeah, man, I'll take Renat. I put my boring decision. He could get the finish though, but he's got to protect himself, because Miclight is dangerous in the first round, because he starts slowing down in the second, but he's dangerous in the first, man.
And that might be why it's set at 1.5. I didn't think this fight would be set at 1.5, to be honest.
Right. Could be a lot of grappling in it.
True. But all right, we'll move on up to the next one. This is going to be a really good one. Jeff Molina versus Zhalgas Zhumagulov.
Master Z.
ZZ top. Who you got here?
Yeah, man. This is going to be a really good fight. Master Z, he's good. Zhalgas or whatever. He's good. He's got decent striking. He's got decent wrestling and grappling. That's really what he's going to want to use here with Molina. But his striking's good. You seen he was lighting up Mclight a little bit before he ended up getting knocked out. Fought a good tough fight with Rulan Paivia. Who else? He had a couple other fights with some good people. He's actually got a win over Tigir outside the UFC, which we don't know how good Tigir is, but he's good. He's well-rounded, but he ain't really great anywhere. Jeff Molina, man, I like this kid. He's got great boxing. He can be taken down. His takedown defense ain't the best, but he's got a pretty good get-up game. Looks like he has pretty good jiu-jitsu, because he was in a couple bad positions with what was his name, Daniel Da Silva, his last fight in the first round, and he survived them good. He really likes to counter strike. He has a really nice jab too that he sets stuff up with. But when he counter strikes, he looks good. He was catching Kiori Lang with a lot of nice counter strikes. He even dropped him. And the dude is super tough with crazy cardio, man. This kid gets stronger as the fight goes, and his cardio in the third round is phenomenal. I think he threw something like 100-something significant strikes in the third round of that Kiori Lang fight.
Yeah, that fight was insane.
Yeah. And I just like him, man. He's super tough, and that cardio is nice. And Zogauskas is going to look good in the first round a little bit because he does got good striking. He does got good grappling, but he slows down a lot. By the second round, he's not nowhere near as crisp. And by the third round, he's definitely a lot slower, and that's when Molina will take over. I got Molina by decision because Master Z is tough. I know he got finished last fight against Mclight, but the dude's tough.
Yeah.
So, and I think this is going to play out pretty close. Like the first round will probably go to Z, like because Molina's a kind of a slow starter, anyways. Like I said, he likes to pick up, but I think by the second and third, Molina would take over. So give me Molina by decision, but I didn't have no bet on this fight.
Yeah, that's how I see it too. I got Jeff Molina by decision, or if anything, it'll be like a late third round knockout or something. Just because, like you said, he gets stronger as the fight goes on, and in that third round with Aori, man, that, like I said, he throw like, I swear it was like 150 significant strike. It was insane how many he was just destroying him. I'm surprised he didn't go down, but it was just an epic war. But yeah, He has the better. I think he has the better striking. He's more technical. His takedown defense isn't the greatest, like you said, but Zalgas doesn't really wrestle. He can, but he's mainly a striker. He likes to do some like flying knee stuff, but.
Right.
I mean, he's a solid fighter, but I just think Molina is going to be able to piece him up after 3 or over 3 rounds. So, like you said, he might lose the first round, but I just don't see him losing unless it's in the first round again. So, I think Molina's going to get the decision win. I got Molina in one of my parlays as a leg, and I'm pretty confident that he's going to win this one. So
yeah, I like this kid, man. I really do.
Yep, he's good. What's up, Effie? He said he likes Molina, but the line's getting a little too wide. Yeah, I think it's approaching minus 200, and that's a little too wide.
Well, excuse me, like a week or two ago, what was it, about 2 weeks ago, when I put something like May 22nd, I forget what he was only like minus maybe 150.
Yeah,
because
even I got him about that range.
That's a good line. That's where it should be, like, really, because I mean, Master Z's not terrible. And I think 150 to 175 seems good, but I do think he gets the win. What was the line on the over under?
I think it's over 2.5. And let me look real quick. If I had to guess, it was probably close to 200.
Oh, Molina Trisano parlay. I like that.
Yep.
Close. Yeah, 200 for the over. Yeah, both these dudes are durable. Like I said, Z did get, finished by Mclight, but that dude's crazy. He's crazy. He's
got power.
Yeah.
For the flyweight division. I mean, he should be probably a bantamweight, to be honest.
Yeah, he's definitely big. That'd be crazy to see like Mclight and Molina fight, but I think Molina's got a couple more fights to get to that.
Yeah, let's see. The over is minus 195, so yeah, it's about that range.
Yeah.
I mean, that's a solid play too, I think.
Yeah. Yep. Especially because, I mean, Molina don't really get going to the middle of the second, and Z ain't stopping Molina. Molina's tough as hell. Like somebody said earlier about him having like a Diaz chin. I like that comparison. Yeah. He's tough as shit, dude. You hit him, he wants to hit you back, and great cardio and great chin, man, and that'll get you a long way for sure.
Yep. All right, let's see here. We'll go on to the next one here. We'll move on a little bit quick. This is going to be a good one, too. Tony Gravely versus Johnny Munoz Jr. Oh, man. This fight, I tell you, I like Gravely. I don't know. He's just one of my guys I like watching. I like his style. He's just like a short little guy. I'm short, too. Like, he has good boxing. He has good wrestling. But, man, like, he's so short for the division that he just gets rear naked choked all the freaking time. And that's what I'm scared about in this fight. But I'm still going to pick him. I do like his wrestling. Like I said, I like his striking. I think it's going to be better than Munoz. But the grappling, that's what scares me. Because if it does get to the ground, man, Munoz is dangerous. And I just don't know. But, I mean, that's pretty much that's pretty much it in the nutshell for me. Like, it's either Gravely's going to win by decision or Munoz is going to win by a submission. I think that's the two outcomes here.
Right.
But I'm going to go with Gravely. I'm going to be scared. I don't have a bet on this one. I want to bet Gravely, but I'm too scared to. I can't.
Right.
But I think he's going to win by decision, though.
Yeah. I'm taking Munoz here. I didn't bet him, but I want to. Like, I think that the line's off. Like, I think if Munoz didn't take that loss to Menez, he would be. I mean, it should have been a draw. He lost a point and he clearly won 2 rounds, but he could be undefeated right now, and I think that would be a difference on the line if he was. I like him, man. He's got good striking. Like, he's got a lot of good kicks. He's got good wrestling himself. Like, and then he's got world-class BJJ. Like, 7 submission wins out of 12 fights, and Gravely's been submitted like 5 times, I think.
Yeah, like 5 or 6 times, and like 4 by a rear naked choke. He's so short.
Yeah, and Munoz is like a world champion black belt jiu-jitsu guy. Like, he's great on the ground. Like, I think this fight's going to be pretty even standing. I expect, like, Gravely should have the wrestling advantage, but he could Munoz could land some takedowns too. Like, his wrestling's looked pretty good. I mean, he was taking down Menez pretty easy, and he don't seem that easy to take down. I think that I mean, Gravely, he's got excellent wrestling. He's got good BJJ, but like you said, he sticks his neck out there. I bet him last time against Salman Oliveira, and he almost got choked out in the first 30 seconds. Like, I thought he was done.
Like 30 guillotine attempts.
Yeah, but that first one, I was like, oh my God. Like, I really thought it was done. I was like, damn. But I mean, he's got good BJJ and good top control himself. He's got good gas tank, pretty good boxing and kicks. But yeah, man, the danger here is for Munoz. Munoz is really the only one with the fight ending ability, and he's got a way better. Everything else to me is almost even. Like, even Gravely's wrestling, like, he's had great wrestling, but if you watch him wrestle Mayo Johns, like, he can, or not Miles Johns, Brett Johns, you can see he could be out wrestled too by a dude that ain't a Division I NCAA. So and Munoz is a great grappler, and I feel like if he can reverse this or get on top one time, you know, it could be over, because like you said, Tony Gravely, and then just his shots, when he shoots in, he leaves that neck out there every time. So yeah, man, it's going to be a great fight. I can't wait to see it. But I'm going to take Johnny Munoz by first or second round sub. And I also think he could win a decision, because, I mean, he could win minutes on the ground with reversal, get a backpack like Aljamain Sterling. There's a lot of things. He's so good at grappling. Like, everything else seems pretty even. The striking seems pretty even to me. Wrestling, maybe a little bit, you know, for Gravely, but Munoz can hold his own. And then jiu-jitsu, I just think Munoz is going to be better. So no bet on this, because I can't see even the over-under or nothing. But I did want to bet Munoz, but I didn't. I missed out. He was plus like 155 right at first. Yeah, but yeah, man, give me Munoz, and I'm going to say he finishes him at some point.
Yeah, no, I mean, I could totally see that. Like I said, it is a coin flip fight. It should be, and I'm getting to it. Don't worry.
I get 2 weeks of it.
Yeah, James likes Gravely. His chin's questionable though, but good solid wrestling. Yeah, I mean, I don't think Munoz is going to knock him out though. I don't think he has. Does he have the pop? I don't think he does. I think he's more of the submission threat, but Gravely's, he can get subbed all day. And Omar says, I'm late, but did Johnny already throw Hooper upset in the blame on his face? Oh, I did. A little bit. Just a little. I felt bad because you had a bet, and I didn't want to rub it in too much. I hate – if you didn't, though, I would rub it in even harder, though.
Oh, I still won. I still won 380 last week. I mean, I was 4-1. That was the only – and it seems, man, I'll be like, this is my lock. And then they lose. I win every other fucking bet. But no, when I opened up my book, which is a lot of pages of all my stuff, you know, for maybe a couple of UFCs, it fucking first thing I opened to was Hooper Corral. I'm like, this motherfucker. But yeah, man. Yep.
Omar had Felipe as well. So
hey, the worst thing is Felipe won that second round. You know what I mean? And then they were coming out in the third, and I'm like, damn. I'm like, okay. And then he fucking died. Dude, he was done.
Actually looking to bet Hooper, like live bet after the second round. So I'm like, I think Hooper has the gas to do it in the third. And then the line was like minus 250 Hooper. And I'm like, no.
Oh, going in, yeah.
Yeah, I'm like, no, I'm not touching that.
It looked like in the middle of the second, Hooper started gassing bad. Even when he was doing his interview, he's like, I can't breathe. He's like, I'm tired. But in the second, it looked like he started gassing. But, man, he was so much bigger than Felipe, man. He was like, and like I said, I heard he's talking about going up to 155. So he'll grow into that body. He's like 6'1".
I hope he doesn't, though, because I don't think it's going to be that great in lightweight. He should stay in featherweight as long as he can. But once he gets a little older, maybe like near 30 or something, I could see that, but not right now. He'll get manhandled in the lightweight division.
Yeah.
I mean,
I think he's going to get beat up in the fucking featherweight division because he was kind of going life and death with Felipe Corrales, and obviously Felipe Corrales ain't beating nobody in the featherweight division. You know what I mean? So, but yeah, man, he did good. He did good. Can't say nothing but that, man.
That's true. All right, we'll move on up to another fun fight. All the fun fights, I swear, are on the prelims. Benoit St. Denis versus Nicholas Stoltz.
Oh yeah.
And I think it's your turn.
Yeah, man. I'm on Benoit St. Denis, man. I like his wrestling. I like his striking. I like his toughness. And they're fighting at 155. He came in on short notice, basically fighting up a weight class against Zaleski dos Santos. You know, dos Santos was a lot bigger than him. Dos Santos is a big dude, and dos Santos is a beast. Like, he would freaking end Nicholas Stoltz. I mean, look what Jared Gooden did to him. But yeah, I like Benoit's toughness. He's only 25 years old. As long as that last beating didn't really rattle his brain, you know what I mean, and change him. This dude's tough. He's French Special Forces. I like that. He's finished all 8 of his wins. Just really nice body and leg kicks. He had a nice uppercut he was throwing on Zaleski, and he was hitting takedowns on Zaleski dos Santos, who's a good wrestler himself with black belt BJJ. That's the difference here. Is like Zaleski's good on the ground. You've seen him against like Curtis Millender and a couple other people where he's good takedowns, and he's a black belt in jiu-jitsu. So he was able to get up when Benoit was able to take him down. He's probably got like, 30 something fights compared to Benoit had like 8 at the time. Yeah. So I think that's going to be a big difference here is that Benoit's going to be able to land takedowns on Stoltz, and he's going to be able to hold him down. Stoltz is a brown belt in jiu-jitsu, so I don't know if this dude's just going to go through him and tap him out. But I don't really like anything about Stoltz. Like, the only people that are like betting on him are because he kind of looked good in a loss to Ramazan Emeev, but Ramazan Emeev is not even that good. Like, there's a dude, people should go bet Jack Della Magdalena, dude. I bet him big, and he's gonna fuck up 35-year-old Ramazan. Like, but yeah, man, Stoltzy.
I'm looking at that one too. Don't worry.
Yeah, because dude, I was watching tape and I'm like, what? Like, it doesn't even make sense. But yeah, man, Stoltzy, like, he's fought twice in the UFC. He got out grappled in the first fight, and then he got freaking out struck in the second. So I'm not really sure where he's really good at. And I don't know. I think he's coming down to 155 too. This is his first time there, and I think he's just going to be skinny. And I think that Benoit St. Denis is going to be able to beat him at his natural weight class. Like I said, short notice, up a weight class against Zaleski. You're not going to look good. But most people's getting finished in that first round when they take half the shots this dude took. So, yeah, man, give me Benoit. I got him by decision. I'd be happy if he finishes him too. And I actually got 2.25 units to win 1.5 on him. Got him at minus 150. It's been going up and down all week, but I think by the time the fight starts, he should be minus 180 or something. So,
yeah, I agree with you. Like I said, I like St. Denis. I like everything about him, actually. The only thing that I don't really is he's kind of hittable. He doesn't have the greatest striking defense when he's on the feet, but I think this fight, he needs to take it to the ground and show his grappling off, because he didn't really get to do that in his last fight, like you said, because it was a striking affair and he got destroyed. And I don't even know if he was actually all there the whole fight, because dude, that guy's tough, and it probably should have been stopped. Wasn't it that weird that
ref got fired afterwards? Yeah.
And like, he
should have been stopped for sure, dude. He turned his back at one point. It was kind of like fucking natural instinct.
He could have just like went down. He just kept going. He's like, all right, I'll just keep going, I guess. So
landed takedowns and stuff too.
Yeah, so you got to give him the toughness there. So this guy's tough. Like you said, special forces. I think he's going to win by submission, and I think it's going to be more along the lines of like a club and sub submission. I think it's gonna be early. I'm gonna say early first round. Like, he's gonna catch him and then boom, wrap him up real quick. I just like Stoltz he's just not that great. Like, he's a kickboxer that's not the greatest striker. To me, that's like, okay, if you're a kickboxer and you have no striking, why are you in the UFC?
Right.
This guy's pretty good though.
He landed one good knee against Ramazan Emeev at the end of the first round, and then he looked tired by the second. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. Like, he was giving up, but Ramazan Emeev don't have that good of striking. Like, this dude seems like he has good striking. Like, not the best in the world, but he was hanging with Zaleski while surviving. He landed some good shots on him too. I like his uppercut. I think this dude, if he drops him standing up, I think he hits Stoltz with an uppercut. So
yeah. I mean, even like you said, on the ground, he's gonna have a huge advantage, and on the feet, I still like him better than Stoltz. So to me, this is kind of like a no-brainer pick for me.
Yeah, and that's French Special Forces dudes are tough as hell too.
Yep.
So they say.
Yep. So James said French guy all the way. Yep. Little Frenchie's going to win this one, I think. Can't bet on either guy, but don't have a UFC win. That both don't have a UFC win yet. That's true. Well, one's going to have one after this fight. So
yeah, someone's all must go.
That's right. The Burn said he lost half his life from that fight.
Definitely.
Yeah, I mean, probably.
You think he's going to look good though at 155? I think he's going to look big and good.
I mean, he looked super small against the other guy. I forgot his name.
Zaleski. He could never make 155. Zaleski couldn't make 155.
No way.
If he wanted to.
And it was, I mean, it was crazy. But yeah, right. if he can take those punches at welterweight, I mean, come on, lightweight should be a breeze.
Right.
Or whatever weight they did. Did they do a catch weight or was it welter?
Welter. Straight welter.
Yeah, I mean, that's going to be a breeze then.
Yeah. Let's
see. Unless it's a draw. Yeah, that's true. Oh, a whole lot of fighters on this card don't have a UFC win. Yeah, I mean,
right.
I mean, I'll have to look and see. Yeah,
there's like a lot of debutantes.
Like
Silva, the dude Trisano's fighting, the dude Minifield's fighting. There's just a lot of debutantes in this one. And people that can't win, apparently.
That's true. Or haven't won in like 3 years and lost 5 rounds.
Yeah, Argueta.
But all right, we'll move on up to the Argueta fight here. Damon Jackson versus Daniel Argueta. I got Jackson here all day. I mean, I like Argueta actually. I actually went to an LFA event earlier this year, and I saw him. He was the main event against some like really young kid. I think his name was Santos, and he was undefeated, and he destroyed him. Just wrestling him all day. Was on top the whole fight. I think he eventually got like a ground and pound knockout in the second or third round, but he looked really good. He's a wrestler, I think. But with Damon Jackson, though, it's a completely different beast. He's going to be the bigger guy. He's going to have the better grappling for sure, submission game. Wrestling, I mean, I want to give it to Jackson, but maybe that's closer than anything. Striking, he's going to have the longer reach. He's going to be the taller guy. So I don't think it's going to be played out in the feet unless Jackson wants it to.
Right.
But, man, the line, if you jumped on the Jackson line early, which I did, I got it at minus 275.
It's nice.
It's at minus 500 now. So I wouldn't touch it.
Minus 600 on some.
Yeah. So I got him in a parlay with Renat, and I did a 3-fighter parlay for that one.
Oh, nice.
But yeah, I got Jackson here. I think he's going to get a submission eventually, probably in the second round. He likes to toy with his opponents, if you ever notice it. Like, he's like, yeah, I just wanted to grind on him a bit and let him know that I'm the better grappler, and then I'll submit him in the second. Like, he did that with Kirk in his last fight.
Mm-hmm.
And Kirk was supposed to be this great grappler, and I'm like, man, this is going to be a close fight, but I like Jackson as an underdog. Give me that plus money. And then he destroyed him.
Yeah, he did.
Yeah, I got Jackson here by submission.
Yeah, man, I got Jackson is gonna win. I mean, everything's against Argueta. He's coming in on short notice. Yep. He's smaller. He's supposed to fight. He's a bantamweight. You know, he's kind of big for a bantamweight because he's like 5'7". But yeah, man. Even if he was a featherweight, coming in at 8-1, he's at a serious experience disadvantage. He's at a height. He has every disadvantage. You know, first time fighting in UFC. I know he's on the Ultimate Fighter, but first time fighting in UFC, short notice, smaller guy. Damon Jackson's a beast. He's like he might be a top 10 featherweight guy, like a legit. You know, and we don't even know if Argueta would be a top 15 bantamweight. I think Damon Jackson's finished 90% of his wins, so he's finished 18 of his 20 wins. I got Damon Jackson, man. I got him by finish. I put him in a parlay, and I had to pay that the big price, because I couldn't get up to the casino till last night to get the over under. But he'll take it like I got the Minifield more Asgar, that fight. I got the under 1.5 on that for -160, and then I got
Nice.
Damon Jackson for like the -500. But it came out to almost even money. Excuse me. So I like that. I really like that. I think Damon Jackson's a free win. Do not see how Argueta, because this fight should look a lot like when Damon Jackson fought Mirsad Bektik, except I think, Mirsad Bektik's a lot better and bigger than Argueta. And if he was able to finish Mirsad Bektik, he's definitely going to finish Argueta. I also put in a big bet. I put in a 2-unit bet to win 1.5 on the under 2.5 rounds, man, because I really think that he's going to get the finish. He's a finisher, and he's going for that finish at all times. And like I said, Argueta, I think he finishes Argueta anyways on a full camp. But on a short notice, man, if Argueta's smart, he's going to come out throwing bombs and try to end this fight early, like a short notice person should do, because usually he's coming in on like a week,
like 2 weeks tops.
Yeah, because he's supposed
I think
to
I
fight
messaged you. I'm like, dude, the Jackson fight's off, and I was already on board with Jackson.
Right.
And then like 3 or 4 days later, like they did this fight. So yeah, it was about a week and a half tops.
Yeah. I know. But yeah, man, I'm taking Damon Jackson. I'm taking him by finish. Like I said, he's finished way tougher dudes than this. Finished 90% of his fights. So and he's finished tough dudes. So and like I said, I got the under 2.5. It was -135. So I put 2 units to win 1.5 units, and I got him. On the other parlay with the under 1.5 with the Minifield fight, and then I got him also. I just bet straight the under. Nice. So
I also have the under 1.5 on a different parlay with that same fight.
Yeah. I got it at -160 somehow. It was at -160 at the casino yesterday. I seen on some it's back up to 210. It started at like -210, 220, went all the way down, went back up. I mean,
I want to see where I got it at -1. Gotta find it. Go through all my crap here. Too many pictures. Sorry, guys. I got it at -175.
That's a good line.
Anything under 200, I think that's a good line.
You see the fight don't go to well, I mean, we'll get to it, but the fight don't go to decision is -600.
Yeah,
on that fight. Yep. But there's
I was gonna say, Omar asked if there's no legal online betting where you live.
Yeah, there is. It's just that I don't bet online. I used to bet online. I bet on everything. So I go to the casino every week, put my bets in, and so there's no live betting. There's no chasing my losses. None of that. I'll think up 5-6 good bets. Go to the casino, put them in, sit back, watch the UFC. And if there's like 14 fights and I only got 5 bets in, but some got our parlays with 2 fights. Then I'll put in like a $15 DraftKings to make the other fights interesting. But yeah, man, I just build the bankroll. I can't be betting on everything, ping pong and stuff.
True, because you can bet on like darts and this and that, but what are we gonna do? All right. So Burns said the under. I'm guessing the 2.5 is going to hit, or under a quarter of a round. Quarter of a round might hit too. On the Miraz fight.
Is that what we're at? Is that what fight we're to?
Oh, I can move on up here. The next fight is going to be Joe Solecki versus Alex De Silva.
Okay. You want me to start this one?
Is it your turn or my turn?
You know me, Brian. I can't never remember.
I want to say I went. I'll go. I'll go.
You gonna go? Okay, I'll start this one. Man, this is gonna be a really good fight, dude. Both these dudes pretty much do the same thing. Good wrestling, good jiu-jitsu, pretty good striking. But I don't know, man. It's a really tough fight to pick because I think it should be more even money. I think Alex De Silva has better striking than Solecki because Solecki was getting outstruck in the 3rd round by Jerry Gordon. Jerry Gordon's not the best striker. Solecki looks. In most of his fights, he looks good all 3 rounds. Like, I think he kind of just gassed himself out against Jared Gordon because he fought Jim Miller and looked good for 3 rounds, 3 solid rounds. He got beat in the 1st round, got held down, but they were also just grappled and didn't really move. Like, one dude would stay in guard the whole time. But Alex De Silva, he slows down a little bit too, but he's got good striking. You watch him fight Brad Riddell, man. He's got really good striking. He was cracking Brad Riddell a little bit. He's got really good wrestling, and he's got decent Brazilian jiu-jitsu. I think this is going to be a really close fight. I think this fight should be like a pick 'em. I think that Alex de Silva is going to win the first round, and then he could win the second round too. Like he could. I lost a lot of faith in Joe Selecki. I had a lot of faith in him after I watched him choke out Thud Hubbard and then beat Jim Miller. But then against Jared Gordon, I mean, you seen what Grant Dawson did to him. He just dominated them the whole time. And Joe Selecki went life and death and ended up losing. Mm-hmm. So I don't know, man. I think this, like, Selecki's got the excellent BJJ, but De Silva's a good Brazilian jiu-jitsu guy. He's got good BJJ too. And I think it's going to come down to who has better wrestling and then the better gas tank. And I think in the first round, De Silva is going to have the better wrestling, to be honest. Like he's actually pretty good. I think in the end though, Alex de Silva slows down just a little bit. And I think Selecki can take over by the middle of the second and then win the middle of the second to third. But this is going to be a close fight because I would bet a lot of money that Alex de Silva wins that first round because he comes out hard. Yeah. And so I'm going to take Selecki by decision. I say he starts taking over in the second round, but I stayed away from this fight because especially with Selecki being such a big favorite, and then they're like even skills, you know what I mean? They're pretty even. I don't know in one spot where anybody's really better than the other one, except maybe De Silva might have better wrestling, to be honest. But yeah, man, I'm going to take Selecki by decision, but it's going to be a greasy one.
Yeah. Yeah. When I posted my bet, I immediately said, like, I'm not super, like, this is going to be a little risky for me because I like Selecki, but man, that Jared Gordon fight kind of left a little bad taste in my mouth. But I think that was just a weird fight for Selecki because he gassed himself out trying to grapple, and he tried to get that submission in the first round. And I think he just tuckered himself out a little too much and he lost by split. It was close. I didn't think Selecki won it, but it was close.
Right.
But like you said, I think De Silva will have the better striking. Wrestling is really close. I want to give it to Selecki because Selecki's takedown accuracy is really good. Like he can take somebody down, and he likes to set up his striking or set up his takedowns with his striking. So like he'll do like a 1-2 and then go for the takedown right away.
Good level change timing.
Yeah, so he does really good with that. And then the grappling, I mean, I want to give it to Selecki a little bit, but it's close too. Like you said, this is going to be a close fight, and I think it's going to go to decision, but if Selecki can win by a first round submission, I'll be happy because I don't want to sweat this parlay, but it's going to be close. Like you said, I think it should be closer, the lines, but I'm going to go with Selecki to win. I'm going to say his submission. Let's go.
Right. Yeah. And he was, Selecki started. Yeah. I believe so. The Silva was plus like 160 at one point. No. So like,
yeah, because I think I got Selecki at like minus 190, and I regretted it after I did. I'm like, crap.
Right. But I mean, like I said, I think he should win. It's going to be a really good fight. I stayed away from it overall, but it's going to be a really good fight for sure.
All right.
But yeah, Selecki by decision.
Yep. What's going on, Alexandra? He said, hey, Caitlin's one of my primary training partners. We didn't appreciate what you said about her last week. It takes so much courage to step in there, and for you to criticize from the comfort of your couch is sad. Well, I will eat crow. I didn't think Caitlin was going to win, and she did. She looked really good out there against Holly Holm, who's a really good legendary fighter, and that's all I'm going to say about that. She proved me wrong. So if you want to go back to say, hey, JohnnyKpicks and Blood Money are eating crow, and you did great, please go do so. I will greatly appreciate it. Thank you.
Yeah, man. That was a good fight. It was a good fight. Yeah, they both fought good. They both fought hard. She fought and beat a legend. You can't. I mean,
you beat two legends now.
Yeah, the judges did what they make their decision, but man, no, Kelly Vieira's tough as shit, dude.
Exactly.
Kick the shit out of us.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. I mean, so yeah.
What's going on? The right things. He got Selecki in this one. He likes Silva. I mean, yeah, it's going to be a close one.
Yeah.
Bet Selecki had a draw with Rodriguez in a grappling match.
Yeah.
Rodriguez is sneaky at grappling. Actually, we haven't really seen too much of it, but
yeah, he's really good. He's like a high level black belt.
Yep.
But yeah, man, I like Selecki to get it. Both these, I just didn't put it back because both these guys slow down, a little bit. So it's like and they're both even. But if it was even if it was a pick 'em, I don't know who I would take. I don't know who I would bet. Like I said, I picked Selecki, but man, geez, I don't know what I'd pick, what I'd actually bet, even if it was picking. What's the over under on that one? 2.5 probably, and
Yeah,
probably
it's
pretty high.
2.5. Yeah, let me look real quick.
I don't really see either one of them getting finished because neither one of them is going to finish each other with strikes, I don't think, and I don't think either one of them is going to get subbed. So that'll what minus 200.
Let me look real quick. Yeah, if there's going to be a sub, I think it's going to be early because they're going to be, they're not going to be sweaty or anything like that,
Right.
The over actually is minus 145, 2.5.
Minus 145. Yeah, that's good. That's a good bet. Actually, I think I had that wrote down before I went to the casino, but then I started a new list and rechanged the bets, and because the lines change every day. Mm-hmm. That was long, man. These off weeks suck. That was a long week just waiting. I had to wait all the way till Tuesday night for the casino will get them lines out. I'm just watching them change. I'm like,
and then they put out like 4 fight card lines. So I'm like, why are you putting out 4?
Right.
Like you're screwing with all the lines before 4 weeks out. Like, come on.
They wouldn't even put out that Minifield over underline for a while. All the rest were out. Yeah.
All right, we'll move on up here. Oh, this is the prelim fight. I'm sorry, I thought it was main event or main card. Sorry, Felice Herrig versus Karolina Kowakowitz. I don't know if I said that right, but I'm gonna go with Kowakowitz.
You're going. I'm going with.
Go ahead.
Felice
you go first. You go.
Oh, I thought you were just because I'm gonna be quick about it. I'm gonna go with Felice Herrig, just because these guys fought a while ago and they fought to a split decision, and that was more in Karolina's prime when Karolina was a lot better because something happened. I mean, she's a great fighter and stuff, but something has happened in the last couple of years where she took that bad knockout to Andrade. I don't know if her mind just ain't in it because I thought she retired like a year or two ago, so I don't know what happened with that, but she was a good fighter, a great fighter. She's getting a little older. I think she's like 35. Herrig's older too, but I think Herrig will be able to out-grapple her and win just like a boring grappling match here. But I'm not betting this either. I know that the over is pretty expensive, but I don't really like any bet on this fight. Who knows what's going to happen with these girls, to be honest. So,
true.
Yeah, man, give me Herrig, but it's just, who knows?
Yeah, I'm going the other way. And the reason why is I think she's a better striker, and she'll just be able to outpoint Herrig. I mean, but if Herrig gets her to the ground, that's Herrig's game. So that's the way I think Herrig can win. But this is just, I don't know why they even put this fight together last minute, real quick.
Right.
Both of them haven't won in forever.
The Burn said fight of the night.
Yep, here we are. Fight of the night. I actually do have a bet on it. I did the over 2.5. I think it was like minus 320 or something. I'm like, I think it's women's MMA. They haven't fought forever.
They've already fought to a draw, so it should go over.
I think it was a split, wasn't it?
Yeah, or not a draw, a split. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. So I could see this going to this. Yeah. They don't have knockout power, or they're not really that. If they get this fight on the ground, I don't think no one's gonna submit someone here. So,
right.
Let's see what we got. Herrig by decision is the only decent bet odds wise. Yeah, I mean, if you wanted to take a chance on which one, it's a coin flip fight, but decision is the way to go, no matter what. Whoever you like.
Yeah, and that probably since it's even money, that probably pays pretty good plus money.
I would say it's at least plus money, maybe barely plus money. Alrighty, so we'll move on up to a interesting fight. Alfonso Minifield versus Asgar Mazarov.
Crazy fight.
I like Mazarov here, and just because I want to say this is probably more of a fade on Minifield. I'm just not impressed with him. He has 1 round of gas. His striking is okay. He does have power because he's a light heavyweight, but his wrestling is okay, and he does have some submissions in his back pocket, but I just think Mazarov is going to be the better striker here. He's a kill or be killed fighter, and Minifield's kind of timid at first, and I think that might be like the downfall because Mazarov's going to come right in and just fucking go to town.
Yeah.
Because he don't care. Now, if Minifield can use his wrestling and get this fight to the ground, then Minifield might win this one, but I don't think this fight's getting out of the first round either way. So I'm going to take a chance on the underdog here. I'm going to go with Mazarov.
Yep. Yeah, I predicted him to win too. I know. Like the Burns said, he got caught padding his record. I know he's kill or be killed, man. All of his wins are knockout, and all of his losses are getting finished. But this dude is crazy, man, and he's one of the most aggressive fighters I've ever seen in my entire life. He comes out, he throws power with both hands, both legs, and I know he hasn't fought the greatest competition, but Minifield hasn't fought and beat the greatest competition either, and he's one to throw bombs. But the thing is Minifield is susceptible to getting hit with a left hook, counter left hook, man, check left hook. Ovin St. Preux knocked him out with it, and William Knight dropped him with it. And Asgar Mazarov, he has a sick left hook. Like he has KO power in both hands. And I think they're just going to come out and go nuts. I'm not confident on the pick. I'm picking Asgar Mazarov because I've seen Minifield, just get hurt before. But I'm going to take him, but I don't know who's going to win this fight. I think it should just be a pick 'em, because if anybody really, I don't know. Because Minifield, like you said, hasn't really impressed me in all of his fights. Because I bet him against William Knight. I bet him against Ovin St. Preux. Bet him against Devin Clark. You know what I mean? And I've ate shit every time. So I'm gonna go with Asgar. But like I'm not betting him. But like you said, we both bet what the under. You said you took the under, so I got the under 1.5 for -160, and then I got Damon Jackson -500 on there, and it came out to pretty much even money. So I have 1.8 units to win 1.7, and Damon Jackson should be a gimme. And I think these guys are going to go out and go nuts. And if they're in the finish in the first round, I'd be shocked. And I don't think it should go too much farther into the second. No,
I completely agree. That's why I did the under. I'm not going to touch anything else with this one. The under 1.5 is the play if you want to do anything, I think.
Yeah.
Is that you?
That's probably my daughter ringing the doorbell. Yeah,
oh, okay.
that was the doorbell.
I'm like, it's not mine.
Yeah, they just got home, I think, apparently.
Yeah, the Burns had 2 guys with tons of power, horrible cardio. Yep. It's going to be over in the first round no matter what.
Yeah.
He just Brooke Bet saw that on FanDuel that Asgar KO first round is +500. In DraftKings, it's +350.
Yeah, I would say that you could probably bet either one of them dudes plus money as the first round finish, and it's going to happen. It could happen in the first. If I think the only people that would bet the over is you're thinking that Minifield's going to grapple Asgar, and burn some time out, maybe clinch him, but I don't think that's the way Asgar operates, man. He ain't gonna let you hold him down. Like that dude, literally, like. I hope he wins too, because I like Minifield, great fighter and all that, but we've seen him fight a lot, and I don't think he's gonna be going for no title. So why don't we get some Russian dude with a pretty good padded record that comes in and just goes crazy? Because I want to see this dude's like Yuri Przaka, who would just know, even Przaka's crazy ass has a little more control than this dude.
Yeah,
but this dude's crazy, dude, and he throws hooks, and he can catch Minifield easy. So yeah, I don't see this getting out of that first round, man.
No, I don't either.
Yeah.
All right, we'll move on up to the next one. Ode Osborne versus Zaruk Adeshev. I'll let you start that one.
Yeah, this is going to be another great fight, man. 2 dudes that love to stand up and strike. I don't see Ode using really any of his wrestling in this fight. He could, but Zaruk's actually got pretty decent takedown defense and a scramble game. Like he's so short and little because I think Sumadarji tried to take him down, Benoit tried to take him down, and Tyson Nam beat him, just knocked him out. But yeah, man. God, everything's going off. Get my cat at the door now. I had to get to the fight, but Ode is going to have that 2 inches of height and 7 inches of reach, which is huge. Ode has really quick hands with really good power and accuracy, but he throws like that power and fast with every punch that he throws, and he kind of gasses out a little bit. His gas tank didn't look too good at 125 against CJ Vergara, and CJ Vergara is good. I mean, he should be 0-2, but he's pretty good. But he's got 8 wins by finish, 4 by KO, 4 by sub. So I believe, though, that Zaruk's like a brown belt in jiu-jitsu. I heard someone saying. So he's not bad. We haven't even really seen him on the ground, but he scrambles good. He moves real fast. But, yeah, man, Osborne, he has a good front kick up the middle to the body and some to the face. He has good flying knees, fast hands, good power. Zaruk, he's got really nice kickboxing, comes from a kickboxing background. his powerful leg kicks and calf kicks. You've seen him beating up Ryan Benoit's lead leg. He had him hurt to the leg and changed his whole fight. Last fight in the first round. Decent offensive and defensive wrestling and grappling, and the dude's got super fast hooks with both hands. Like, he likes to counter a lot. He'll like to let somebody come in on him, and then he'll sit and throw like a 4-punch combo, counter combo, which is good. But he's really tough with a good gas tank. I know he got dropped against Tyson Nam, but he came in on short notice, and you could tell the dude was out of shape. And that was his first fight in the UFC. But he also leaves himself open to get hit with hooks. He's been dropped. To see him get dropped against Madarji. I think he got dropped against Benoit, and then he got knocked out against Tyson Nam. But man, neither one of these dudes to me are really all that reliable. You know, I don't like to bet Ode Osborne as a favorite. So for one of my bigger, like, the underdogs on this card, I took Zaruk. I mean, if he can beat up Ode's lead leg in that first round, because Ode's pretty heavy on it. He likes to box, power box. I think he can do some damage. I didn't bet this fight at all, but I think Zaruk has a chance for how big of an underdog he is. So I'm gonna pick him. But I could also see Ode coming out and finishing him in the first round. So
yeah, I got Ode. I put him in the parlay with Selecki, so that's like my risky sweating parlay for some reason. But I think he does get the job done. I think he does get the knockout early in first or second round, because the only thing about Osborne that you didn't say that I kind of just don't like about him is his cardio. He tends, after the second round, like, he's got nothing left usually.
Right.
In a couple of his last fights that went to decision or he didn't get knocked out in, he just like survived basically in the third round. He did win those fights 29-28, but he's either like first or second round knockout, or I don't want to say bust, but he's got nothing left in the third. And he's hoping to survive.
Yep.
So I'm thinking he's going to be able to get the knockout. He has like a 7-inch reach advantage and like a 2-inch height. He's going to be the way bigger guy here. So, and with the Adeshev, like you said, he has good striking, good leg kicks. I just don't think he's that great.
What made me actually pick him was the Sumadarji fight. Man, Sumadarji's good. He's got better striking than Ode Osborne. And he was beating up Zaruk in that first round a little bit, but then by the second and third, dude, Zaruk was with him, staying with him and making it a real close, dirty fight. And I like Sumadarji. I think he would be favored over Ode. So it was kind of like the blueprint, because it kind of Ode and Madarji are the same, except Ode gets tired in that third, and Madarji didn't really. So, excuse me, but that's kind of what swayed me. Actually, was that fight. He looked good against him. Yeah,
unless Ode wants to try his wrestling out, maybe he can get him down or something. You know what I mean? Because I think if he can take him down, I think he can stay on top. But I think it's going to be more of a stand-up fight. But
I think that wrestling taxes Ode's gas tank, man.
True.
I don't think he tried with Vergara a couple times, and maybe but I think this weight cut down to 125, because he always got slow even at 135. I think he fought at 145 too. But yeah, man, it's going to be a wild fight. It's hard to bet on this one, to be honest, to like feel comfortable even with Ode or Zaruk.
Yeah. I mean, like I said, I threw that bet in like super early. I just looked at the lines. And I'm like, okay, that's okay. And I'm like, I like Selecki.
And what line? I bet you got him at a good line though, because
I got him at minus 150, 155.
Yeah, that's good. That's good line.
I'm okay with it. It's gonna be, like I said, it's gonna be a little sweat parlay, and I'm glad I did both those guys in the same parlay.
Well,
so that way, if I lose one, I'm like, all right, I don't have to worry about the other one. You know what I mean?
You don't have two worrying bets on two different parlays. Yeah, I hate when I do that, man. You're like, dang. Or just when you put in a bet in general, and you're like, oh shit, man, I don't feel good about that one no more.
Because like they put the lines out like 3 weeks early, and I'm like, what the hell, dude? I gotta I don't even have any like film done or any research or anything like that. I'm just going off of memory. I like to do at least a couple bets off of memory, and then do more as I go, and then
because you gotta beat that line movement. Like I already got some bets in for UFC 276. For some reason they already had them out at the casino.
Yeah,
like, hell yeah.
Yeah, Effie said he has buddies that train at Syndicate. Hate capping their fights because I'm biased.
Yeah, you gotta pick them every time, or they jump you. They go out on the streets like, motherfucker. You actually know them. Yeah, man, that's cool. He knows them dudes, them people there.
Yep.
Syndicate's a good camp too, man.
Where are they based out of?
Vegas, Las Vegas.
Oh, okay. That's cool. All right, we'll move on up to the next one. Pauliana Botello versus Karini Silva. I think you went last time.
Yep.
This is another one. This is a close one. I kept going back and forth. I'm gonna take a shot and go with Botello. I think she's gonna have the better striking. Wrestling and takedown, or wrestling and grappling, though, I'll probably give it to Silva, but Botello, I mean, I don't think she's gonna leave herself open for submissions and stuff like that. I mean, she's pretty good on the ground too. I think she does have some submission wins as well in her career, but she has fought some pretty decent competition. I know she's lost a couple split decisions and stuff, but she's fought UFC material. I'm not saying Silva's not good, because I did see her on Dana White Contender Series, but the one thing that I really didn't like about Silva was after the first round, because she has a lot of finishes in the first round, like her gas tank just plummets.
Gone.
But but in that fight she did win, but I think it was who she fought, I don't remember her name.
The girl from China. That girl's good.
She was super short, and she went right into the guillotine. I think how was she?
Yeah. She went in to shoot in. She kept taking and got put. Karine got it right in a guillotine.
So it kind of like the stars aligned for her in a way, if you want to say. Yeah. But I mean, I'm not taking anything away from her. I mean, she's ruthless. Like, she's a savage in the first round. But I think if Botello can play it safe, keep the fight standing for the first round, maybe get some striking, and I think she can potentially win a decision. So that's what I'm going to go with. Just taking a shot here. No action on it or anything. I'm not going to touch this one.
All right. I think I found a great spot on this. We might have to talk about it. Next week or something, but I think I found a great spot on this. I got Karini Silva. I'm going to say that she gets the first or second round finish. But Botello, she didn't even start MMA until she was like later, like 20 in her 20s, and she's good at Muay Thai. She's got good striking, but she got choked out by Cynthia Calvillo in that first round. And this Karini Silva is another killer be killed girl, man. She's a savage. She's got 14 wins. She's got 14 finishes. Okay. She's been finished twice in her career. Botello, she's got 8 wins with 6 finishes. So these girls got 22 finishes, 22 fights, wins between them with 20 finishes. So I'm going to take Silva. I'm not going to bet her or nothing, but I'm going to take her to get that first round or, early second round finish. But I think if she can get her down in the first round, I think Silva's like real good on the ground. I think that she can get the finish. And if not, if she gets tired in that second, starts gassing out a little bit, Botello, she could get the finish too. True. So I actually bet the under. The fight don't go to decision. These girls, like I said, it's not always that you get a girls fight where you think there's going to be a finish, but not all girls are finishers. And both these girls are finishers, man. And I think that if Silva can't get that first round sub, I think that Pauliana Botello will be able to take over with that striking. And if Silva can't get this fight to the ground in the second round, I think Pauliana is definitely live for a finish in that second or third, especially if she gasses out. She's got good clinch with good knees, really powerful leg kicks, really powerful striking. So I really think that this fight's not going to the distance. Now, over 2.5 yesterday, or under 2.5 yesterday, was plus 150. I think it's like plus 140 now, plus 135, somewhere in there. And then, like I said, I want the extra 2.5 minutes in the third round. Yeah, it was only a $20 difference. I got it at plus 130. But I really like that spot, man. I did a lot of research on this fight, and because I was looking to bet Silva anyways, because I'm not that impressed with Botello. She's got good striking, she's got good aggression stuff. But I'm gonna take. I just think that this fight's gonna finish for a girl. Both these girls are finishers. 20 out of 22 wins between these girls are finishes. I don't know what would change on this fight. That's that's like 92%. So, and you're getting plus money. Yeah, and I think Silva being debuting too, that she's going to go super hard for that finish in the first and either get it or gas. So either way, I mean that's a good play because, like you said, it's either going to be Silva early or Botello after that. So right.
Yeah, let's see. Nick asked who are we on already for 275?
That's for next week. We gotta have a good show to talk about next week too, man.
Yeah, there's gonna be a lot of good fights next week.
Or wait, no, I already said the one. I said the one. Jack Della
Well, don't say it.
Oh yeah, but that's huge. Bet it huge. I bet him huge.
I I'm kind of hoping that gets back to a pick'em, but if it starts moving on up too close, I'm gonna jump on.
When people start doing tape study, he's gonna go way up. The dude's got a background in judo. Like if you watch him with that Lusa dude on the Contender Series, he was wrestling good. He was wrestling him down, and that dude's a good wrestler. So yeah, man, I think that he's gonna be able to stop them. And he's huge. Like his striking's so good. Ramazan LIIIVE ain't that good. Like he barely beat Stoltz. He had a split with David Zawada.
He should have beat.
He should have beat Danny Roberts. But look at, I mean, he just got messed up by Trinaldo. You know what I mean? Like, I just think, dude, I think this Maddalena kid's going to be, or Della Maddalena is going to be
he's got power.
Both hands, just touching people. And then, like I said, his wrestling to keep it standing, he's going to fuck Ramazan up.
Yeah, and you can tell he's not even going 100% in his punches. Like, they're just like 80% punches, and they're just
hard,
they're like
and on the chin.
Welts.
Yeah, he's accurate, and dude, that dude's tough, man. He's going to be a problem.
Yeah, the Burn said
and Ramazan's 35 years old. Like when he was 28, he was good. He had some decent wins, but he hasn't looked good in 5 years.
Yeah.
But we probably have to move on a little bit.
Oh, that's fine. Yeah, the Burn said this fight is stopping him from doing the all women's parlay over, which I wouldn't touch this one for over.
Yeah. I mean, because most if you got Felice and Karolina, they're not finishers. You got to look at their stuff. Maybe they got, 25% finish rate, but 93% finish rate, man.
And even Blanchfield and Aldridge, they're not finishers either. I mean,
no. Yeah, I like that over in that one too. I mean, I could see later on maybe Blanchfield getting, but I like the over. Jj Aldridge is tough as hell. Yep. She should be able to hang.
Yeah, either Silva's cardio is going to fail her after the first, or Botello is going to dive into a choke. So either way.
And it's plus money. So I thought that was a good bet on this. I mean, I like to take at least one good underdog, per thing usually, and this was the one. But I really like this underdog or not,
Yeah. I'm having a problem with the underdogs this week. I don't think I'm going to touch them. I didn't touch them last week. I did a couple of like the close pick'ems, but I went on the favorite side, and I ended up cashing both of them, so I was happy with that.
Right, with like Pereira and them.
Yeah, I went Pereira and Richie. Like they were like minus 120, 125, and I was cool with that.
Yeah, it's
because they started higher. They started higher, and then they went down as the fight went on. And I'm like, okay, I like them anyways. So
right, and it's hard to find them even fights that you feel real comfortable. Like, I really like this side because you know what I mean. The most time they're even for a reason. Like one's dangerous here, one's some. But man.
Look at those two fights that I bet on. I won. They were super close. Actually.
Super close. But
so I bet the right side, but I mean, I was sweating. I'll tell you.
Right. Yeah.
It's not so much that these girls are finishers, but they're quitters if it goes bad. But yeah.
And I like both these girls. They're both good at what they do. Like one's grappling and Silva's got some pretty good striking too, and one's striking. So if one, like, that's why I like that under, because if one of their techniques don't work out, the other one's gonna, So
all right, we'll move on up to the next one. Mike Trisano versus Lucas Almeida. Who you got?
And this is going to be another crazy fight. Almeida is another one of them dudes that goes crazy from the opening second and tries to get the finish, and he's finished. I think he's finished every one of his wins out of the 13. But he's fighting Mike Trisano, who's because usually Almeida's pretty big against his opponents at 145. He's 5'11" himself, but Trisano's big for 145. For 145, he's 5'11" too. They're both 5'11" with the 71-inch reach. But I like Trisano. He's got really nice kickboxing. He's got really patient striking. He's got good takedown defense, good get up game, and he's got decent wrestling and jiu-jitsu himself. He comes from a jiu-jitsu. He started in jiu-jitsu. He looked good against Hakeem Dawodu. Didn't look as good against Grant Dawson, but Grant Dawson's was huge at 145 and just a really good wrestler. But he's got really nice movement, really nice feints. You've seen him using a lot of that against Ludovic Klein. I think that's like how this fight's going to go a little bit, except this dude's going to gas way quicker than Ludovic did. And Ludovic has good technique actually himself too. But he's got a really nice long jab that he sets the strikes up like it's a popping jab. It's a really good jab. And he's got good power in both of his hooks. Nice kicks to the body. I like a lot about Trisano. And then Lucas Almeida, he's good, really aggressive striker, good clinch with knees and stuff in the clinch, but Trisano's got a good clinch too. But this dude's got really good boxing with good power in both hands, but he's just fought a really low level of competition. You seen when he stepped up a little bit and fought the one Mexican dude on the Dana White Contender Series. This is an undefeated guy. He's actually pretty good, but he got beat there. You know, he's kind of neutralized in that. All 13 of his wins or finishes, 8 by KO, 5 by sub, but seems like he just fights really crazy with no fight plan. You know what I mean? Like he's throwing strikes, and then if they happen to clinch up, now he's grappling this and that. But he's just kind of crazy, and he kind of slows down. So I expect Trisano's to have way crispier striking, way better technique, and just be able to pick him up, pick him apart with stay safe in that first round, tire him out, pick him apart with that jab. And I think he can even land some takedowns too, because I've seen Almeida get taken down in other fights by lower level guys for sure. So I'm going to take Trisano, and I got him in a parlay with Blanchfield. That's the one I bet 3 units to win 2 units, and it's a lot to, you know what I mean? But 2 units, I'll take 2 units if I can get this easy win. I think both of these should be pretty dominant wins. So,
yeah, I like Trisano too. Basically, everything you said. Like the main thing for me, and I said it in my picks video, is the cardio is going to be the biggest factor for me. Like worst case scenario, Almeida wins the first round. But after that, it's going to be Trisano round 2 and 3, no matter what.
Right.
Because I don't see Trisano losing rounds 2 and 3, no matter what. So I think both guys have good striking. I would give Almeida maybe a little bit of an edge, but like you said, Trisano has good wrestling in his back pocket if he wants to try it out. And that can gas him out even more, Almeida. So that could, if he can mix in a couple takedowns early, like that could steal him rounds in the beginning too. So who knows? But yeah, like everything you said. I mean, you said everything I got. I mean, I like Trisano and mainly because of cardio. He pushes pace. I really like that. He's always in his opponent's face. Like he doesn't like move away. He doesn't step back. He doesn't like. He's always pushing.
Doesn't give you time to breathe. Yeah.
And I think
even with just his feints and stuff, he don't even have to be throwing punches.
So I like him a lot. I got he's the third leg of my 3-fighter parlay. And I think I even said the over 2.5 in a parlay too. I think this will go to decision. Yeah. Trisano's not much of a finisher, but man, I mean, if he gasses Almeida out, I'm a little worried a little bit about that in the 3rd round. But I think he can. I think this fight will play on the feet for the majority of the fight. So I like Trisano to win by decision for sure. Yep.
I'm with you on that. It'd be a nice close fight. He's better stay safe in that first round.
Yeah, Nick says Trisano should be around 150. I mean, you are paying a little bit of if you want to say like a tax on him. I could see that. Yeah, but I think he's the right side though.
Yeah, it should be worth it in the end. But yeah, he definitely could be a little lower.
All right, we'll go to the co-main event: Dan Ige versus Mazzabar or Mavzar. Ooh.
Terrible.
All these Russian names are tough to say. This one's not even that bad of a Russian name to say. I can't even say it.
Right.
I like LIIIVE here. Main reason why is wrestling, because I think he can take down Ige whenever he wants here. I think both guys are good strikers though. Ige is more of a boxer. LIIIVE is more of a kickboxer, but man, LIIIVE can just work in this wrestling and just grind this out. I mean, it's a clear path to victory for him. I think let me go back and look real quick. I think Ige's takedown defense is only like 55%, and he's lost a lot of fights that way too, just being taken down. And if you try to stand and bang with him though, like that's when you're playing with fire because he has power and he has a puncher's chance to win this fight. But I like LIIIVE, and I think he like his fight IQ is really good too. So he knows like he'll adjust to what he needs to do. Like he's that well rounded. He can strike, he can wrestle, and he'll do what he needs to do to win fights. I know he hasn't won any fights in the UFC yet by finish, but I don't see a finish here either because Ige is pretty tough. But I like LIIIVE. I know the price tag's kind of high, but I got him. I think I did. I got him at minus 300 early, so I'm okay with that as a parlay leg. Yeah,
yeah, man. I was seriously going back and forth with this fight. Like I ended up picking LIIIVE by decision, but man, dude, like anytime this is standing, that's going to be a problem for LIIIVE. I'm not. Like I don't really like his striking that much. If you watch him even against, he's got a good jab. Like he was busting up. Nick Lentz with. But man, he's hittable on the feet. Like, he doesn't have the best striking defense. And Dan Ige, his boxing's really good. Like, this is such a huge step up in competition for Mazzabar.
Yeah.
Because like he's been fighting like Nick Lentz, the Hakeem Adawadu one was good, but he has no takedown defense or jiu-jitsu apparently.
True.
But Ige, dude, like if you watch him fight anybody, even Masad Bektik, he was held down in the second round on that fight. But Masad Bektik, man, is really tough for the first 2 rounds. Like, his wrestling and his jiu-jitsu is world class. And I don't know. I'm going to take Mazarov to be able to land them takedowns. But, man, if he starts landing them takedowns and Ige, because Ige is a black belt in jiu-jitsu. He's got good jiu-jitsu. Like, he's going to be able to get taken down. But, like, he's got a really good get-up game. So if he keeps getting up, like, he's going to beat up if Mazarov standing up. Like, his striking is so good. He's been in there with all the best people in the world with striking, you know, and fought good. Like, he won a couple of rounds off Calvin Kattar later in the middle of the fight. And he fights every single fight that he fights close, you know, and he's the one with the knockout power. He can actually end this fight with punches.
Yep.
But dude, so you basically, like, because I didn't bet this fight at all, and I'm gonna pick Mazzabar just because, man, he is special at wrestling and all that. But like, his jiu-jitsu is really good too. But man, I've seen him almost get choked out like 4 times too. Like, Mike Grundy had him in one of the sickest guillotines ever. And then Nick Lentz had him in a couple really tight guillotines. And dude, Dan Ige could hit some submissions. I know he hasn't really done any in the UFC, but if he gets you, I think he's got better jiu-jitsu than Grundy or freaking Nick Lentz. But yeah, man, I'm going to take Mazzabar by decision. But if I bet, I would not feel comfortable. Ige, man, is tough. And anytime it's standing, he's going to be winning that.
Yeah, that's what I'm scared about. I'm just hoping Evloev goes wrestling, like maybe not wrestling heavy, but like he needs to mix in takedowns and like just keep them guessing at least, because if it's going to be on the feet, I don't, like you said, I don't like it because he has a puncher's chance to knock him out.
Yeah.
So
yeah, or sub him. Like I said, he's been in, dude. I bet on it because I bet on Evloev every fight he's had. I bet even that Nick Lentz fight, like, dude, that went down to the 3rd round. It was 1-1 going in that 3rd round, and like he ended up I don't know if he got a reversal because like Nick Lentz was wrestling good with him, dude. Like, I don't know, man. I'm going to take Evloev to make the step up, you know, and get to this next level. But this is going to be a real test. He shouldn't be no -400. Like, this fight's going to be close. Like, this fight's going to be close. Like, somebody said something about a split or something. Like, it's going to be close. So, and he was getting touched up a little bit against Lentz too, just in the striking a little bit. I know he looked phenomenal. His line is that big because he touched up Lentz that good. But if you watch any of his other fights, they're close as fuck, dude. Him and Mike Grundy had a crazy close fight. Him and Lentz had a crazy close fight. I'm trying to think of his other fights, but he's not going out there just style. You want it you want somebody that's going to probably be stopping somebody eventually.
Yeah. Well, I think the knock on Evloev is he's not a finisher. Like, he hasn't shown any finishes.
He's got pillow hands. That's why he's got pillow hands and kind of bad striking defense.
So like, it's kind of limited for him to win fights because he's got to win by decision only because he's not a submission guy and he doesn't have KO power. So
yeah, like he ain't taking Max Holloway down time after time, and then you ain't striking. I mean, and that's a huge step to say that, but then you're definitely probably not doing it to Volkanovski. Nope. Or you ain't taking Ortega down like that. You take Ortega down like that, and you're choked out. You're done. So I mean, he's just got to work on his striking. But the dude is talented. Like his wrestling, like Effie was saying, he's got a brother that won the gold medal. That's phenomenal bloodline right there, man.
Yep. Yeah, I was actually like hoping that the Evloev and was it Topuria fight would happen because I was all over Topuria. I'm like,
I was all over Topuria because dude, you're not wrestling him down like that, and his jiu-jitsu's sick. And when you're standing up, he's fucking knocking. I was all over. I bet Topuria huge in that one, dude. But we'll see. Maybe they'll make that again though after this.
Well, I was actually I was gonna say, like, I was kind of shocked that they did that fight so early in their careers because like this is like a top 10 fight, like, you know, 7 versus 8 eventually.
Oh yeah, but and plus 2 undefeated prospects like that, man. That's a real deal.
It's tough, but then you know it all, you know, whatever happened, they didn't fight. But
I
was all over Topuria. I'm like, dude, give me that Topuria. I don't even care if it was -200. I'm give me it.
Right.
Yeah, everyone's saying like Evloev by decision if he wins. Yeah, because he's not a finisher.
he's not finished there. He's not choking out Ige, and he's definitely not knocking out Ige. So yeah, man. That's the way to go. Definitely.
Yeah. I think you can get that at minus
150 or something.
50, something like that. Which
yeah. I mean, if you're betting Ige, there's no way in fuck he finishes.
Ige. I was okay with minus 300, and that was the lowest I've seen it. But I
was gonna
minus 400 now.
Yeah, I was gonna bet the fight over 2.5, and it was I had it wrote down at like 320.
Yeah.
And then I woke up the next day and it was like minus 370. I'm like,
yeah, the over 2.5 is like, okay, well, I might as well just pick LIIIVE because it's the same price.
Right. Yeah. Yeah.
So I was looking at that one too, and I'm like, I ain't touching that for 350.
Well, if you get the over 2.5, man, that might be better just in case Ige does pull it off. Because I don't see this fight finishing. So that's almost more of a lock to me than just straight up LIIIVE. You know what I mean?
But man, I just think Ige's only chance to win is by knockout. Or a finish or something, whatever he wants to do.
Right. Yeah. Yeah, man.
It depends on how you think the fight. Yeah, it's the only thing I got is the.
I'm gonna watch it as a fan, and then we'll definitely know how to bet Mazzabar going forward.
True.
Like, to the max. Test. We'll know. Yeah.
Good test for him. All right, so main event. Let's do it. Alexander Volkov versus Jarazino Rosenstroke. Who you got?
Man. This fight was hard to pick a winner, dude. Like hard to trust anything on the betting. I didn't actually get to make any bets on this because it's tough, dude. It was like I could see it going over, I could see it going under. I can see Rosenstroke getting the knockout. I can see Volkov getting the decision. What ultimately I'm gonna end up going with Rosenstroke by third round knockout. I'm just guessing that, but I take Rosenstroke by knockout because my big thing is like Volkov's like 260, 265 now. He used to be like a kickboxer that would move around, like when he fought Derek Lewis and them and people like that. Greg Hardy, like he's moving around, touching you, moving real agile for a heavyweight. But now he's 265. He doesn't move around as much. You know what I mean? Like you seen him against Tybura and them, kind of even getting a little tired. He looked as slow against Aspinall, dude. Aspinall was piecing him up. Like he just looks so much faster. And I don't know, man. I just think at some point, I think Volkov's obviously going to win the minutes, but I think that in the small cage, that eventually Jarazino Rosenstroke, once Volkov even slows down a little bit, where he ain't moving as much, because I don't think he moves as much anyways. I think Jarazino can land the big shot, and I have no clue. I'm not betting this fight at all, but I'm going to take Jarazino by KO, even though because the other thing is I can definitely see him being Rosenstroke. Just out there letting fucking Volkov kick his leg, kick his stomach, looking for a big shot. So that's why I couldn't bet this either way. But I'm just going to say in that small cage, with Volkov not being as mobile, they're going to get some striking exchanges, and I'm going to like his power. But I could also see Volkov coming out and not moving as much, but piecing him up like he did Alistair Overeem. So, and that's why I can't do the over-under nothing. But, yeah, Jarazino by KO, man.
Yeah.
So I guess in the third round, so I guess I'm saying the under.
Okay. Yeah, man, I kept going back and forth too. Like, I think this one was the toughest one because it's either going to be Volkov decision for me or Rosenstroke knockout. Like, I don't see it any other way. And if you like Rosenstroke to win, I mean, knockout's the way to go because I don't think he's going to be able. He's super low volume for one. He's going to have I think on let me look on paper what his height, the height difference is. So he's going to have a 5-inch height disadvantage, but I can guarantee you it's going to be more like a 7-inch disadvantage because he's shorter than 6'2".
Yeah, I don't know. They used to have him listed as 6'4". When he was fighting freaking Ngannou, dude, they had him listed that he was 6'4", and he got out there. You're like, what the fucking 6'4"? Dude, 6'1".
Who did he fight? Okay,
he just fought Blades too, and he looked way shorter against Blades.
That's what I was gonna say, because like I think Blades and him are the same height, and he was like at least 2 inches shorter than Blades, and I'm like, what?
But see the different, but like the difference in that Blades fight with like Volkov and Blades, and then Blades and Rosenstroke, he made that real close because when the difference is like when Rosenstroke would fucking start fucking Blades up, like when he busted his eye and all that shit, Blades could wrestle him down. He was Volkov ain't gonna have that. That's why I feel like Rosen in that little cage, eventually Rosenstroke's gonna catch him, dude, and you ain't got nowhere to move with them two big dudes. Like unless he just gets clinched up against the cage, because Volkov ain't taking him down, I don't think. You know what I mean?
No.
And So it's gonna be a good one. But like you said perfectly, man, Rosenstroke KO or Volkov decision.
Yeah, and I mean, I ultimately decided, gun to my head, mind you, I'm just gonna go Volkov, and the reason why is I'm gonna go with his, he has a 2-inch reach advantage, or so it says, and it's gonna have a.
I know. Yeah.
To me, it's like gonna be a 7-inch reach advantage. I don't think, and then I don't think it's gonna like Rosenstruck to me. Like, how is he gonna be able to like? He's gonna have to get real close to jump up there and get that knockout. Like, if Volkov keeps his range, which he's actually pretty good at, and he doesn't tuck her out, which that's what I'm a little bit concerned about. I think he can get the decision. I know in his last 3 fights, he looked awful. Like, I know he won against Tybura, but he looked awful in that fight. And I was sweating that one.
Yeah. But, how about me too? Because I had him in some play. He was minus like 300.
Yeah. And then the only play I have on this one is I know it was set at 3.5, the over and under, but I did the over 2.5.
Okay.
Both guys are super low volume, like I said, and they're both really kind of like they just sit there and they don't do anything. They just like move. Both
going to be a little worried about power and
so it's going to be super slow early, and then I think they'll start picking it up in the third, like you said. So that might be the knockout round for Rosenstruck. But I'm just hoping it gets past the 2.5 round mark.
Right. And dude, in that small cage with Rosenstruck, man, you're gonna be nervous betting Volkov. You're gonna be nervous because, like, dude, I fucking had a big a bet on Alistair Overeem versus Rosenstruck, and he fucking got dropped with 1 second left, and then the ref called it, and he stood it. But that dude's powerful and dangerous all throughout, so it's gonna.
And another thing I like about Volkov though is he fought Derek Lewis. And Derek Lewis, to me, and Rosenstruck are like one and the same. I think they have the same fighting style. Like, they're really slow and patient. They like to wait for their like opportunity to strike, and they'll only throw 10 punches as long as they land the knockout. So I think he knows how to go at Rosenstruck a little bit more. So that's why another reason why I picked him. I'm like, okay, he fought Derek Lewis. He should know how to fight Rosenstruck. But who knows? Like, maybe Rosenstruck is going to switch something up.
Yeah, one of these days that dude's going to come out like crazy, realize that all you got to do is rush these dudes and knock them out, Rosenstruck. Like, it would be so hard to have that power and agility and speed that he has in his hands and not just run out and knock people out. Because he got knocked out against Francis, but other than that, he showed a great chin. So, I mean, if I was him, dude, I would just go out and start throwing beatings on people. He's got decent takedown defense now. He's got decent get-up game. And Volkov ain't really threatening with that, so.
No, Volkov, like I said, if he keeps his range, he does like his front kicks just to keep range. I think that's how he's gonna win this fight. I don't see him getting a knockout or anything. So
right. Hey, another weird thing is last week, when we were talking, it was weird that it happened like this. But you said something about you was looking for about a fight. Said something about reading tea leaves, and I was like, "What the hell is that?" Then I went to work and I was watching this show. I was watching Better Call Saul on my phone. Okay. And then somebody on there was like, "Yeah, I'm just reading tea leaves." I'm like, "What the fuck?" I heard it twice within an hour. I've never heard it my whole life. I'm like, it's like predicting something or something.
Yeah, it's like like predicting something. You're reading the tea leaves or something like that.
Okay, I'm like, that would just happen to be weird as shit to hear it. Never hear it in 40 years, and then all of a sudden hear it twice in an hour and a half. So
yeah, but this fight, it's gonna be a tough one. Tough one if you have a bet on it. I mean, it's. However you feel, I'm not saying there's any safe plays here.
Right. Yeah. I end up staying up, but that'll be fun to watch. I'm gonna watch them last two. Maybe I get on DraftKings, throw a little something in, but I'm gonna be watching them last two kind of just as a fan. But I'm just glad UFC's back, man. Then we got a pay-per-view next week, so that's gonna be huge. Good time, man.
Yep. Yeah, it was a long week. It was just weird and crazy with the holiday and everything like that, and like going to parties, like yard work and shit like that.
Yeah, we had the Gumball 3000 here in Bardstown.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, showed up. Had like David Hasselhoff and CeeLo Green, a bunch of people was here, and they drive them fancy ass cars from like Toronto to Miami. It was pretty cool though.
Nice. But you have to get to work.
Yes, sir.
Good on time. All right. Well, we will call it right now. Hope we did good. Victor, I know we just missed you. Sorry,
What's
man.
Up, Victor? What's up, broke bets?
Watch the replay. Appreciate it. But
the right things.
Again, before you leave, please hit the like button on this video. Please subscribe to Blood Money if you haven't already. And we will be back next week with 275, all the good stuff, all the bets. everything. So
Yes,
thank
sir.
you everybody for participating in the chat. Appreciate it, guys. Thanks for coming out, and I hope you guys have a good day. Have fun at work, bro.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. See you later, man. See you guys. Appreciate all you guys coming out, man. Nick, all you guys coming out, man. James, Amy, everybody. Appreciate you guys. Victor, everybody.
Slack hard. What do you guys
Slack hard. I was hoping, man. I'm telling you, when he comes back, I'm lighting his ass up. Watch.
You should say
what?
we should start like the little thing after every live stream. Just like slack hard, say out to your mom, and then just end it.
Say out to your mama for me, man.
All right, get ready. Here we go.
About to go there and go off the top rope on her.
What do you guys say about slack hard there?
All right, man. Everybody, see you guys later. Slack hard. See you later, and your mama. Later, everybody.